Hey everybody, welcome back to String Man Guitars. We're down here in the underground lair and I have the same kind of bass as I have. Fender Aerodyne jazz bass. Same year as mine, and he's having trouble getting the right tone out of it, so let's just jump right in here. Alright, so what we want is we want to have ourselves we want 14 thousandths of relief at 7th fret. Holding down at the body joint, capo on the first, 3, 5, 7, and we got way too much bow in the neck, so we're going to fix that first. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is check what gauge string we have here, because he has a set that he wants to put on. I want to make sure they're the same gauge. Stand by. Okay, so we gave a few cranks to the truss rod here, and let's see where that puts our relief at. Alright, it's a little tighter, but we're putting on a heavier gauge string. These are 100 to 45s, and we're going with these, which are 45s to 105s. So a little heavier on the bass end. I also noticed that the string heights, well, let's double check that. We want to double check everything before I get too far off. String height gauge. You want about 6/64ths, and he's got 4/64ths. So we're going to fix that. Last thing I want to check is the string height at the first fret. Median would be 22 thous, or 20 thou, and that's right there. It's right there. 18 would be your minimum. I'm digging that. They cut the nut right. That's cool. All right, so we just polished the frets with a Crimson Guitars fret eraser, 1200 grit, just to take some of the marks off. And now we're using some simple green just to clean any of the DNA off of it. I like simple green because it's very safe on polyurethane, it's very safe on wood, and it gets all the junk off. And we'll put on some Dunlop. Is it? No, it's Music Nomad F1 conditioning oil. See, wasn't real dirty, but you know, a good place to start, right? Yep, there's enough left in there to do one more, I think, before we have to bust into the next bottle. We are not going to marinate this neck. We're just going to put this stuff on, wipe it on, and wipe it back off. Keeps the wood from splitting whenever we get these big temperature shifts like we're having now. You don't want your stuff to dry out, boys and girls. Plus it makes it look very nice. This stuff will tend to leach after you put it on, so you have to go back over it before you put your strings on. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so yeah, put some water on a cloth and just clean up behind the pickups. This one's in really good shape. Mine has some scratches on it, and it's maybe, I've had it maybe not even a year, I don't think. Maybe a year. Maybe just a year. He keeps his in a nice case. I keep mine in a gig bag. It's just too heavy. That's just me being a wimp. By the way, the reason I chose this bass is because it's so darn light. They use a basswood body, so it's prone to neck dive a little bit, which isn't a big deal. I just use a suede strap, and that keeps it from diving on me. Okay, so the body's cleaned up. Take care of any of the leaching. There we go. Okay, so we're cleaned up. Got the frets shined up. And we're going to put these strings on. They're super long strings. Okay, so we want the string to live on this post. We want to go 1, 2, 3. Post beyond. Stick it in the hole and crank it up. And you want your winds to be below the wind above. So once again, we wanted to live here, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Cut it there. Okay, this wants to live here, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And cut it right there. And once again, we want to live there, so we're going to count out to here. Found my clippers. Okay, strings are on. We're going to go ahead and stretch them in. You want to stretch them on both the playing side and the other side of the nut. That gives the string a chance to settle in against all the contact points. And then the last thing we do is we come along here with our Big Ben's, I love saying that, Big Ben's nut sauce. Get it in the camera there. Take this string out of the slot, put some of the Big Ben's right there in the slot. This is a lubricant that doesn't move on you once you have it in there. Really helps with tuning stability. It's like $8 a syringe. But it does really help. That's all it takes. All right, boys and girls, got the strings on. I adjusted our string height to 6/64, and our relief is set at 14 thousandths. Let me throw the capo on there, make sure it's not changed. Holding down at the body joint, checking at 7th fret, and it just sneaks right in there. Roll with that. Now that we have the string height all the way it's supposed to be, let's see where our intonation is. Play the intonation lottery. E's on. A's on. D's on. We gonna win this kind? Hey, bingo! So, what did we do here? We took the strings off, we polished the frets, we made our relief, we cleaned and conditioned the fingerboard, we made our relief 14 thousandths as by Fender spec, and we adjusted, well, got our string height right, which then once we got the string height right, intonation was already there. So I guess somebody tried to drop everything but didn't bother to check the intonation. Okay, we're going to check the string height. So I know it has to change a little bit because we changed the string height. Live with that. I can come down a hair. Okay, and the other side, well, let's check that. Yeah, perfect. The other side, treble side, see where that is. I can come up. Once again, because we adjusted the string height. That should be good. It's weird. That has to go down. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, lest we forget about the jazz pickup. That can also come up. I knew all these were going to come up after I saw where the string height was. Too much. Goofball. There we go. A little bit more. Oh, come on now. There we are. Now everything's going to change. I'm going to have to let it sit overnight to adjust to the adjustments that we made. I haven't played bass since COVID hit. Yeah. Alright, thank you for watching, and hope you learned something. We're going to go ahead and clean this thing up and get it out of here. I will let it sit overnight just to let it acclimate to things that were adjusted. So we've got the intonation, we got the pickup height, we got the string height, we got the frets polished, we got the relief correct, and the string height at the first fret good, and it sounds like a bass. So if you guys would please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, check us out on Facebook, and if anybody from the greater Pittsburgh area needs work done on their guitar or bass, or their axe sharpened, let us know. Bring your guitar down to the underground layer and get it right for you. Take care of your neighbor, check on your neighbor, because this COVID stuff has got, you know, be good to people. So, peace, Happy New Year, have a great day.